Hey everyone, what's up? I'm just going to, as routine, punch the subject for today. Give me a second. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Okay, done. And then we wait for Dimple to join. Okay, who do we have here? Kasani, hi. Hey Priya, how are you? Long time. Sandy, Ajay, what's up, you guys? So I'm very excited for this chat today. It's a chat on Ayurvedic hacks for daily life, and it's very interesting. And we are going to just quickly look for Dimple and see if she's joined. She hasn't yet joined. Okay. ABC Bhav, welcome back to the chat. We had a break last Tuesday. I missed you guys. Ritika, Pooja, nice to see you all again back on this forum. What has everyone been up to? You're gonna have to chat with me for a couple of minutes till we get Dimple on this chat. And yeah, I'm good. Sandy, how are you? So, like I was saying, that we're going to do a very interesting chat today with Dimple on Ayurvedic hacks. So, basically, when is a good hi Jubin? When is a good time to eat? When is a good time to exercise, sleep? What your morning routine should be? There's a myth about large breakfast. What about that? Intermittent fasting, Ayurveda for your health and skincare. Hi Vishal, how are you? So yeah, it's a very interesting chat, and I'm just gonna wait for Dimple to log in. I just don't know where she is. One moment, guys. Hi Vinod, how are you? Belated happy birthday to you. Give me a sec. Sorry. Just wanted to exit to ask. I'm good, Jubin. What have you been up to? Welcome back to this chat. Hi, Ami. Nice to see you. We are just going to wait for Dimple. She says she's online, but we don't know. So let's 1 second check again. Is she online? Not really. One moment. Hi, there you are, Dimple. I've sent you an invitation, so you need to accept the invitation and then we can start our chat. Oh, there you
Hi.
are. How are you?
Very good,
Hey,
thank you. How are you?
very well, very well. So we've
Want
been,
to show you
hi, Mom.
where I'm sitting. I'm sitting in the countryside right now.
Oh my God, that's so pretty. I'm so jealous.
This is just a house. It's
Yeah.
like a massive 120-acre property with like horses and ponies and horse ride tennis and badminton and squash and all kinds of sports activities. So I just
You
finished
were,
my riding lesson this morning and I'm
uh,
going back to riding after this interview.
lovely, lovely. So we are not going to
Tell
be
me, how are
time.
you, Anshul?
I'm good. I'm good. We'll dive right in. Is
Right.
also say all the time, but I'm going to introduce you first, Dimple. So Dimple is basically an Ayurvedic health coach. She's a TEDx speaker. She's the founder of Prana Healthcare. She also runs an academy called Prana, and she has been training students from all over the world, thousands of students, and she's also a celebrity coach for Jui Chawla, Dev Patel, and the likes. So Dimple, welcome to my chat, Decoding Life with Anchal. Thank you very much for accepting this chat. Very interesting subject, and I'm really, really looking forward to getting as much information.
Why not? Why not? It's an interesting subject because it's a very practical subject. It's
Yes, it
something
is.
that everybody should be practicing on a daily basis and no
Yeah,
excuse. No
yeah.
excuse for not being healthy, for not having a preventive healthcare practice, right, in place. Why wait to get sick when you can preserve the health of the healthy, right?
So my first question. I'm already getting questions. Tams and someone wrote about ESR. Just hold your horses for some time because there's a lot I want to ask already. But Dimple, there's a lot that's being spoken about health, and there's a lot of modern day health tips that's going around: health food, avocados, quinoas, etc., etc. And then there's the whole, you know, world out there that is doing intermittent fasting or whatever, but Ayurveda is basically our original Indian, old traditional way of living life. So, can you give us first a quick introduction on Ayurveda?
Okay, so here's the thing about Ayurveda, okay? It's a 5,000-year-old science. It's a preventive healthcare life
Yes.
science that tells you how to personalize your diet and lifestyle based on your prakriti, which is your body constitution. There are 7 types of the human body as per Ayurveda. So you
Okay.
take into consideration several factors. It's 7 layers, in fact. One is you take into consideration your body constitution, the habitat that you live in, what kind of topography and geography you live in, because you have to eat
Right.
seasonal, eat local, your
Right.
genetic conditions, your age, the diseases that you have a predisposed inclination towards, because of your family history.
Mm-hmm.
So it takes into consideration all of that to design a personalized diet and a lifestyle. When I say lifestyle, it includes details like what kind of workout to do, what time to sleep, what time to wake up, how many hours of intermittent fasting, what kind of a bed sheet to use, what kind of a mattress to use, what kind of colors to have around you. Everything is determined, okay, in Ayurveda. And the beauty of Ayurveda is it applies to everybody around the world, irrespective of their caste, religion, ethnicity, nationality, country of origin, language they speak, food they eat, doesn't
Okay.
matter.
Okay.
Just like how, there are only 7 blood groups in the world, right? There are 7. So Ayurveda also has only 7 unique body types, and all of us are permutations and combinations of these 7 body types. And that is permutated based on where we were born and our genetic DNA information and such. But there are only 7 unique body types, and each body type has a manual that it comes with saying what kind of food you must eat to maintain that body in general.
Just sorry, I'm going to cut you off. Does this follow the blood group or is it just based on your body type?
There's been a lot of research that's been done recently, and they're able to link the body types with the blood group.
Okay.
Again, it's a very early stage research that's come out because
Okay.
Ayurveda is 5,000 years old. Modern science is about 300, 400 years old.
Right.
What modern science is now doing is finally acknowledging the presence of Ayurveda for the
Right.
very first time, right? Otherwise,
Right.
all Ayurvedic colleges were shut down for 500 years during the colonial rule. They're finally
Right.
accepting that Ayurveda exists. They're finally accepting that meditation has some health benefits. And they're doing research now to prove it. So you're basically proving that the world is in fact round. You don't have to prove it. The world is round. That's it.
Correct.
You don't
Correct.
waste any more time proving it.
Correct. Okay, so let's begin. So now tell me, how do we start? Do we start about your morning rituals, Ayurveda? What
Sure.
are the what that we should follow once we wake up?
These are my top 5 to 10 rituals that I'm going to share with you guys. Let's see how many rituals I'm able to share with you now. Number 1, as soon as you wake up, oil pulling. It does wonders. And the days I'm not able to do it, I miss it dearly because I can tell the difference in my oral health. Okay.
Okay.
I haven't been to the dentist in the last 10, 12 years. I can't remember when is the last time I went to get anything fixed in my mouth. Oil pulling is a great way of releasing cavities, caries, taking care of gum-related, dental-related health disorders. It also releases mucus from here, tears from the
Okay.
eyes, and also helps in improving blood circulation to the ears. Ears,
Okay.
eyes, nose, and mouth can be improved dramatically by oil pulling every day between 5 to 15 minutes.
Okay.
So just take 1 teaspoon sesame oil in your mouth and swish it around like
Yeah.
this, 5 to 15
Yeah.
minutes, and spit it out. Make sure not
Okay.
to swallow it.
Right.
Okay. After this,
And
the
sorry, this
second
is
thing you do is,
before you brush, right?
yeah, before you brush. Sorry, my niece Jenny joins all the live. She knows Ayurveda in and out. Okay.
Okay.
And right now she woke up from her sleep. She literally
Awesome.
has this habit of joining my class and asking viewers, "Are you Vata Pitta?" She's
Oh.
3 years old.
How sweet. How nice. Lovely. Lovely.
No, you should start them young. In fact, just before this, I got off a consultation with a pregnant woman, 8 weeks pregnant. And I was telling her how important it is for her to study now because the child is listening from the 3rd month.
Right.
The fetus is listening.
Right.
So the first ritual.
Okay, so one was oil pulling.
Oil pulling. The second
Yeah.
is gargling of the throat with hot water, turmeric, and salt. What it does is it kills
Okay.
all kinds of bacteria and virus in the throat, and it helps in removing the oil remnants from the mouth so that not even 1 drop of oil enters the throat by mistake, because otherwise the parasites that have got dislodged will go settle in the throat and cause throat infection unnecessarily.
Okay.
And you know
Okay.
how throat infections are caused, right? It's mainly because the mucus from your sinus is dripping into your throat.
Yeah.
And that
Yeah.
causes throat infections. Most of the times it starts from the nose, then becomes a throat infection, then the body goes into fever trying to fight these infections.
Okay.
Okay. So
Okay.
the second thing is gargling of the throat. The third is brushing your teeth with a toothpaste that has bitter, astringent, or pungent taste.
Okay.
Never sweet, sour, salty. I know it's become like a trend to have a toothpaste with salt in it. Sweet toothpaste for
So I'm
children.
guessing you're going to discard all the toothpaste in the markets and tell us what to brush our teeth with, because I'm sure none of the commercial toothpaste have any of the. Okay then.
So the best toothpaste is the one that has clove oil in it.
Okay.
So you have your Miswak,
Miswak.
Dabur Lal Dant Manjan,
Right.
charcoal toothpaste. These are
Okay.
all the authentic Indian toothpaste, which is the reason why our ancestors never went to the dentist.
I have to ask you, what about Patanjali? I have to, because I know that a lot of people swear by the Patanjali products, and especially toothpaste, the oil, a couple of their shampoo.
See, some of the products are very good, okay? I won't deny that. I'm not a big fan of all the products. Some are good, and I've used the Patanjali toothpaste. It seems fine.
It's fine. Okay. Okay,
It's
great.
fine. But my
Okay.
favorite, hands down, is Miswak, and I hope Miswak is listening to this interview, because the number of times I've endorsed them,
Okay.
in my sleep, I must have endorsed it 4,000 times till date. I
Right.
love Miswak because it has a lot of herbs in it and
Okay.
clove. Okay. Then
Okay.
after you brush your teeth, scrape your tongue with a copper tongue cleaner.
Okay.
Because what happens at night,
What our parents and grandparents used to do, which we have stopped doing ages ago.
you should start doing it again. I'll tell you why. At night, when you sleep horizontal, the toxins from your stomach start surfacing and they settle on your tongue.
Okay.
Okay. At night, we're lying horizontal for 8 hours. So all the toxins start surfacing and they start settling on the tongue. And we need to scrape our tongue clean instead of swallowing those toxins.
Right.
All people, like, a lot of people in England have this habit of drinking water early in the morning, empty stomach, before brushing their teeth.
Yeah.
Everyone's here. Sorry?
I've heard of that. Drink a liter of water, plain water, before brushing your teeth.
Don't do that. I'll tell you why. Now, even the food we eat, water we drink, and the air we breathe has a lot of toxins. Right? Now,
Right.
it's not like back in the day where you used to wake up with a nice pink tongue and
Right.
healthy gut. Right? So the bacteria in the mouth was used for taking care of our gut. That's why we used to drink water empty stomach, so that the bacteria goes to our stomach. Now you shouldn't do it, because no matter how organic you eat, no matter how clean the water you think it is, how many ever expensive water filters you buy, there's still toxins in the air, in the water, in the food, in the ground, right?
Understood. So no water before, no water before.
Sorry?
So no water before brushing.
No, not anymore. 1,000 years ago, you could have done it. That practice is not relevant anymore.
Got it.
Unless you have a really pink tongue, you're living in the Himalayas, where you're
Right.
absolutely clean, then you drink water empty stomach. Now you can't do that anymore. After doing these 4 steps, the first thing you do is, everybody, no matter what body type you are, drink 200 ml of warm water.
Okay.
Because once you've removed all the toxins from the mouth,
honey, tulsi, all of that jazz. No, yes.
I'll tell you some things that are right and wrong in that, okay? Warm water, what it does is basically washes down all the toxins that are left from the food pipe onwards towards the colon and flushes it out.
Okay.
Okay? So usme, if you have dehydration issues or constipation issues, you can add 1 teaspoon of ghee in it.
Acha.
Warm water with ghee helps in lubricating your gastrointestinal tract and your colon and prevents constipation and dehydration.
Acha.
And if you have dry, rough skin, this works like magic. My sister-in-law used to have dry skin, and she's like, I'm tired of applying moisturizing lotion. That's a Bata skin. Okay, so I said, just have warm water with ghee early in the morning. She said, dramatically, the amount of moisturizing cream she's using has come down to half.
Okay.
Okay, your skin will start becoming soft and, supple. Your lips, if you're having chapped, dry lips, drink warm water with ghee immediately.
Okay.
Another option is warm water with lemon squeezed in it.
Okay.
Who should have it? Vata can have it. Pitta and Kapha not so much. Kapha can also have it once in a while.
So tell me something. Warm water in live now. My tendency is usually it catches my throat immediately. Like I start coughing and I start getting so I don't know how much that lime, and not everyone. I know a lot of people who can't. Achha, not for me.
You're a Pitta Prakriti. I can tell from our conversations that you're a very Pitta Prakriti. You're very focused, sharp, intense, and your metabolic fire is already high. When you squeeze lemon into the metabolic fire, it burns.
Right. Okay.
So you shouldn't have
that's
it.
Incredible.
Pitta shouldn't have it. Vata can have it because it stimulates our digestion. But if Vata is having body pain, even they should not have it.
Okay.
Kapha, who's overweight, can have lemon water with, lemon warm water, because it helps in
Okay.
one, releasing toxins and lightening the tissues. It aids in weight loss. But
Okay.
not everyone should have it. This is a practice that has been misused or abused way too much. I've had patients with chronic, unexplained pain in the body,
Okay. Wow.
fibromyalgia.
Right, fibromyalgia, yes.
And I asked them, what is the first thing they've been having early in the morning, empty stomach? Lemon water for the last 20 years. The damage it has created, it has dissolved a lot of the bones and tissues to the point,
So
like, you know,
yeah.
it erodes your teeth. Can you imagine what it does to your bones and your nervous system?
Yeah. Yeah.
So over abuse of it is dangerous. Anything in excess is bad. Right? If I just,
Okay.
cinnamon is great
Got
for
it.
weight loss, but if I make you have 2 to 3 teaspoons of cinnamon today, your body will catch fire from inside.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah?
Understood.
Everything in moderation, always.
So, as a general thumb rule, warm water is good enough.
Warm water is good enough, and warm water with ghee is great for a lot of people, because I see 50% of the people in the cities now suffer from constipation.
Right.
50%.
Right.
Lack of exercise, lack of movement, desk job, you know, sitting for long hours, not eating clean, not eating healthy. Warm water with ghee is great. Warm water with lemon is second option. Third is you can have nariyal pani, empty stomach, tender coconut water.
Empty stomach. Okay.
For you, it's great because Pitta Prakriti is hot. So when you
Okay.
have nariyal pani, it cools the metabolic fire and allows you to have a balanced body. So you'll have great skin, great hair.
Okay.
Okay. And what it also does is nariyal pani and warm water with lemon both alkalize your stomach, and cancer cannot
Right.
exist in an environment that's alkaline.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another thing you can do. After this, the next ritual is to have a full body massage. Either full body massage or a face massage or a head massage, whatever you like. Not possible to do it every day. I recommend it at least on Sundays.
Okay.
It balances all
right
your doshas.
Eating or drinking anything, you're saying?
See, massages are usually done before you eat anything. It should be always on an empty stomach. Okay. So while you're doing oil pulling, ideally you're supposed to stay still, but then because you're oil pulling for 15 minutes, I like to use that time for massaging my body. But make sure that your head is always leaning forward, not back, because then otherwise the oil will slip into your throat.
Right.
Right. So that's another thing you should do, oil massage. And there are a whole series of oils, like, you know, cold pressed coconut oil, sesame oil, almond oil, castor oil. There is Ayurvedic formulations like Dhanvantram Thailam, Shirabala Thailam, Kuttum Chikadi, Kolakultadi. They have almost, I think, 100 varieties of oils in Ayurveda. And each formula is made with at least 60, 70 herbs.
Okay.
What you cannot eat because you don't have access to it.
You take it in through the oil in your body. And
because
so, and this is okay.
Skin is drinking 75% of the ingredients you apply on it. That's why my rule for skincare is only apply products that you're willing to eat.
Okay. That rules out pretty much 99.9% of the skincare products in the world, I would say.
Yes.
Right?
It does. It does. 95%, I would say. Nowadays, people are becoming very conscious. You have a lot of organic skincare products. Like even we have our skincare line. And the tagline for our products is literally, if you get stuck on an island and have no food to eat, you can cook our products and eat. You'll survive to tell the story.
Wow. Nice. Nice. I know I've been waiting to buy your products, so I'm waiting for you to actually get back and we'll do that.
Yes.
But also, okay, so coming back to the massage thing that you said, the reason behind that is what? Your lymphatic drainage, or what is the reason for that?
Everything. Lymphatic drainage is just a small part of the massage benefit.
Okay.
Lymphatic drainage has now become very popular because, you know, people are now able to put a word to it.
Right.
It's one small benefit of the many benefits that Abhyangam gives. Abhyangam means full body massage. It's also called Sneha Basti. Sneha means love. Basti means pooling of oil. So Sneha Basti basically means pooling of oil with love on your skin. So you're giving your skin reason to release serotonin and dopamine, the happiness drug. That's one. Right. Second, it lubricates your joints, muscles, and nerves through the skin. So it helps you prevent musculoskeletal disorders like osteoporosis, arthritis, rheumatism, spondylosis, and such. Third, it reduces pain. Fourth, it improves lubrication of your body and thus longevity. Lifespan improves by 5 to 10 years easily if you massage every day.
Lovely.
Okay? Yeah, and then it increases blood circulation, most importantly, and brings all the toxins from around the body towards the gut so that you can eliminate it. Right now, what is happening is the gut is becoming leaky for many people in the cities. core not being strong, desk-bound jobs, eating refined foods in the diet that causes holes in the gut. That causes the food to get leaked from the body, from the stomach, from the gut into the bloodstream. Right? Now, the toxins are spread all over the body, under the nails, under the skin, under the hair, in your toes, causing toenail fungus, between your joints and all that. So massage basically helps in removing all the toxins from everywhere, bringing it to the gut. And then you can do oral medication. You can have like ghee-based medication or churnams, which helps you purge the toxins out of your body.
Okay.
After Abhyangam.
So now after massage, breakfast.
Yeah, there's one beautiful practice that you can do on weekends after Abhyangam. Steam bath. We have access to steam and sauna around the city. When you do steam, just wrap your head with a wet towel so that the heat from the body doesn't go to the brain. The head should never get hot.
Okay.
That's why in Ayurveda, we have boxes that close at the neck. You've noticed the head is sticking outside the box for the steam. That's the reason why.
Yes. Yeah. Okay.
You were saying something before
so steam once. I'm just going to ask you, steam once a week, massage once a week, or preferably more often if you can.
Yeah. I know a lot of yoga teachers like Ira Trivedi and some of my other friends. They massage every day. That gives them beautiful skin. And they don't need so much moisturizing creams and products and even cosmetics because the skin is lush and bright at all times. The skin is always flushing out toxins through the pores in the form of sweat.
That's also that much more sore every day with that intense training and intense workout, right?
Exactly. So
this is not
you
easy
run Arts in Motion, and I tell you this, okay? I say this from experience because all the teachers who were teaching us, like Aditi and Sagar and all of them, I noticed they all have Vata Prakriti, dry, rough skin, because of excessive workout and excessive movement. Not workout, movement that causes dryness to the body. Every time they would complain to me of some issue in their body, I would tell them you need to do a full body massage and leave the oil on for 60 minutes and see the improvement in your health. It basically lubricates the body and reduces Vata imbalance, which causes pain and soreness in all of these yoga teachers and athletes.
Right. Okay,
so
wonderful. Okay. So now breakfast.
Now, I usually start my day with herbal teas. Anybody should start the day with herbal teas. There's a series of concoction available in the kitchen. There is a CCF tea, which is very popular. Anyone who has problems with digestion, bloating, gases, flatulence, constipation, they can have the CCF tea.
What is that again? CCF tea.
It's called CCF tea. The formula is C for cumin seeds, carom seeds, coriander seeds, cardamom, F for fennel seeds.
Acha.
Okay. So you take 1 teaspoon cumin seed. Sorry,
I'm cutting you off. Do you get this ready-made do you get these chais or do you have to make them at home?
You have to make them at home. I've been getting a lot of requests to make the tea and sell it. I've been giving it to some of our select clients. I'll make one for you. I'll make one for you and send.
Okay, thank you so much.
So you just take 1 teaspoon cumin seed, 1 teaspoon fennel seed, 1 teaspoon coriander seed, 1 cardamom, and a pinch of carom seeds. Boil it in 2 liters of water. Bring it down to 1 liter. Filter it. Everybody in the house can have 1 cup, or you can drink it throughout the day, before breakfast, before lunch, and before dinner. If you have a weak digestion, especially for those who don't have a gallbladder, they must drink this tea every day, 1 liter.
I hope my mom is listening.
She got a gallbladder removed?
She had her gallbladder removed, yes.
She must have this tea every day because, see, the gallbladder provides bile, which aids in digestion. Now it's removed. So the stomach and the liver is stressed out. It has to do more work than before.
Right.
So having a CCF tea is basically introducing bile externally from an external source, but helping the stomach say, calm down, I'll help you do half the job.
Correct. Wonderful.
So that's what happens with CCF tea. Okay. Then if you're the kind who tends to put on weight easily and struggles to lose weight, if you're an endomorph body type, that is Kapha Prakriti, you can have some heaty spices in your chai. You can have cinnamon, cardamom, clove, grated ginger, pepper, star anise, little lemon, turmeric. These all help you lose weight.
Oh, really? Actually, but what about people who are not tea drinkers? Like, I'm not a tea drinker.
You will love.
So what happens to
herbal teas? What you do is just put a little kati shakkar, which is misri. Taste it once, you'll get addicted to it. You will not start your day without it. When the
Lovely.
body
I will
feels
take this from.
good, yes, I'll make it for you and send it. When the body feels good, it gets addicted to these new recipes.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Got
So
it.
after herbal teas, the next thing you eat is fruits.
Fruits. Right.
And the rule with fruits is eat it alone or leave it alone.
Okay.
Okay. Which means fruits cannot be mixed with milk, yogurt, vegetables, grains, pulses, oats, meat. It becomes poisonous.
Hi, Bapre. So I've been having papaya and my coffee with milk as a ritual for donkey's years now. This is my morning routine, come what may. So
I'll
no
tell you
milk and
what
fruit combination.
is happening. Papaya is heaty. It's Pitta Prakriti, and you're already a Pitta personality. Sharp features, sharp jawline,
Okay.
piercing eyes, dark hair, ambitious, aggressive, go-getter, adventurous. You're already Pitta Prakriti. You already have a high
Okay.
metabolic fire. Papaya is already fire. You don't put fire into fire.
Got it.
That's one.
Got it.
Number two, papaya with milk is toxic in nature.
Okay.
Number three, papaya, milk, and coffee. It's just too much pitta.
Okay. 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 So fruit
You
in
will
itself,
start
you're
having,
suggesting.
yeah, fruit ka rule hai, eat it alone or leave it alone. Don't touch it. Otherwise. I triggered food poisoning in my body because I ate a piece of pineapple along with my meals and I knew exactly what went wrong. It triggered urticaria in my body, a dangerous skin disease, 3rd degree, and I had to get Panchakarma treatment done to pull the poison out of my body. And it takes 2 weeks to pull the poison out from what you've eaten.
You can't mix fruits with fruit. You have to give it a gap though, and you can't, like, especially abroad, there's a culture to have fruits as a dessert, and that's really unhealthy. So,
Very wrong.
so what is a
Just
good fruit to
because,
start?
see, I usually recommend having, active fruits in the morning like apple, peaches, pears, papaya, pineapples that wakes you up. One apple is equal to 1 cup of coffee. For those who are coffee addicts, apple is a better replacement.
Okay.
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 So Pitta and Kapha can have raw fruits. Pitta is a fire personality. Kapha is an earth personality. They can have raw fruits. Vata doesn't do very well with raw fruits because it causes dryness. The astringent nature of the fruit dries up their body. They must stew their fruits. Have you heard of apple stew, peach stew, pear stew,
Yes.
marmalades and
Yeah.
jams?
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
healthier way for them to. So if you wake up feeling anxious, scared, nervous, or any kind of negative emotion like greed, jealousy, or even if you're feeling pain in the body or dry, rough skin, have a apple stew or a fruit stew with little cinnamon and clove in it.
Okay. Okay.
That will dramatically help reduce the vata imbalance, which is causing overthinking and anxiety.
Okay. Got it.
Okay.
Got it.
So
Okay.
that's another thing you do with fruits. Stew it or eat it raw.
One question while we are
right. Then
while we are on the. So
are you able to
I
hear
lost
me?
your connection. Yeah, now I
Yeah,
can. I
think
lost you for a second. When we are on the
I'm
subject
going to
of
plug
fruits,
it in.
they say that you should not have fruits after 4 p.m. in the evening. Is that correct?
Very true.
Yeah.
So the rule with fruits is
Because
always eat it on an empty stomach, number one. Okay. So that the previous food doesn't mix with the fruits. That's number one rule. So that's why I said the first meal of the day is fruits. The second rule is do not.
I lost your connection. Can't lost you. Sorry guys, we seem to have lost Dimple because she started moving and I'm guessing she's moved to no network. Yes, I know PM. I'm just waiting for her connection to come back. I'm going to quickly scan the questions though in the meantime. Start the day with banana. Anokhi, banana is fattening. Curry sugar is fattening. Charming desert rose. Are you asking or are you informing? Is this a question for me? Which foods should people who get their gallbladder removed have? She's already mentioned that. Which oil should be used for massages? Hello? Dimple, I didn't hear anything of what you said in the last 5 minutes. We lost connection with you. Hello? I actually lost connection. You had better network when you were outdoors, so if you don't mind stepping back outside, that'll be easier for us. Since winters are fading, what changes to be made in diet and lifestyle? How to get a glowing skin? How to treat dry skin? What do you recommend if you can't have ghee? Just hot water. Noki, she said just hot water and maybe with lime. Ansh will send you homemade ghee. So sweet, PM. Thank you. Although I'm terrified of having ghee. Okay, Dimple has left the chat, clearly. What about peanuts or ground nuts? We are going to have to wait for Dimple to join back this chat. Let me send her an invitation, guys. Sorry about this. Tons of questions. I don't think we can cover all of this in one chat. What else do we have here? Everyone is just saying hi. Denisha, hi. No, sorry.
Hey.
Hi, sorry, I completely lost you. I was just trying to scroll the questions in the meantime. How to lower ESR?
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. I completely lost you, so I have no idea what you said for the last 5-10 minutes.
It's okay. It's because I live in the countryside. The connection
Yeah.
tends to fluctuate, and then I have to switch from data to Wi-Fi. So sorry about that. What was the last thing that I was discussing about the fruits, right?
So basically, you were telling us about fruits and which fruits you should. And so there was also some questions by the people who were asking which fruits they should actually have in the morning or not have.
Okay, so I'll tell you the basic rules, okay? Don't have fruits that are diuretic in nature, like watermelon. It actually causes dehydration.
Okay.
It's very easy to eat watermelon first thing in the morning, especially if you didn't drink water the previous night. Morning, you'll reach out for it.
Right.
But it'll actually cause dehydration. So don't have these watery fruits because it fills up your body. Save those fruits for an evening snack.
And you were saying that you shouldn't have fruits unless basically have fruits on an empty stomach. That's where we were last.
Yes.
Don't.
Because fruits tends to mix with the vegetables and grains and pulses in your stomach, and it can cause gases and acidity. Another rule is, which you mentioned also, do not eat fruits after 4 o'clock because it's loaded with active bacterial enzymes that can affect your sleep patterns.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So that is also a strict no. Never eat fruit at dinner.
Okay. Okay. So that's
a lot of people do that mistake. They want to skip dinner. They want to lose weight.
And they eat fruits
a fruit salad for dinner thinking they're doing something healthy. The
worst. Lot of digestion. Yes, right. Right.
Worst thing to do. And eating fruits as a dessert, even worse.
Right. Right. Okay, so that's as far as okay. Now I'm going to, since we're still on breakfast, and Dimple, the thing is we usually do this chat for like 25-30 minutes, but I feel like there's so much to know from you that we're going to have to do a part soon. Let's just stick to breakfast for this particular chat.
More than happy.
So that we one topic, and then we can do the parts after, because we want to do skin and hair and dinner and intermittent, all of that. So all our viewers, please hang in there, guys. Sorry, I am not going to let this go. Now,
I'm glad.
I know, because there's just so much to talk about, but I don't want to do it all in bits and parts and then have nothing done well. So let's stick to breakfast and morning routine. We're still talking about, so we're talking about fruits now. What about all the people who have like smoothies, upma, ye, wo, heavy breakfast, all that? What is your opinion on that?
Okay, first of all, big no to all kinds of smoothies. Okay. Any smoothie is bad. Even the vegetable smoothies, even though you're not mixing fruits with vegetables, celery juice is something that is acceptable because it helps in reducing inflammation and it's great for anti-cancer properties. But any kind of vegetable smoothie is forbidden in Ayurveda simply because Ayurveda is against raw foods. Raw foods have a lot of parasites in it. That's where microorganisms live. When you eat raw food or drink raw juice, you're introducing the parasites into the gut. The gut is fighting twice as much to kill the parasites and then absorb the nutrition, which is too much work for the gut.
Okay.
Right? Second is, there is a metabolic fire in your stomach, which is cooking the food you eat and digesting it. Try not to overuse the metabolic fire in your stomach. Cook the food on the gas before you put it inside your body. Cook the food on the stove, break it down, make it easy to digest, make it easy to absorb and assimilate before you put it inside your body.
So, matlab, you're saying this all culture of vegetable juices is a no-no for you? ये beetroot and ये juice and carrot juice and greens and kale
Right?
and spinach
So
and all of that.
with
You're
food,
advising against
breakfast,
that?
I usually recommend cooked food.
Acha.
Beetroot juice and all is not good because it can actually become very
Can't
difficult
hear
to
you.
digest. Can you hear me now? I'm just moving the connection a little.
Acha. Now I can hear you.
Carrot juice
Sorry.
is something that I love simply because carrot is the only vegetable or fruit, it's in between actually, that has no calories in it. That has no what do you call negative calorie or even positive calories. What it does is it fills you up. It's a great way of filling up your body, and also it's a great way of preventing excessive tan. You know, if you want to prevent your skin from getting tan, drink a glass of carrot juice before playing sports.
Correct.
Okay, so carrot juice is
So
something
it's
I
good
make an
for.
exception. If
It's
it's
okay for
crushed
breakfast?
milk. No juices for breakfast.
Acha.
What you should instead do is, after having fruits, wait for 1 hour, because it takes 1 hour for the fruits to move from the stomach to the small intestine. 1 hour in the small intestine, then 1 hour in the large intestine. Instead, you have cooked breakfast. You can have something like upma, poha, or any kind of.
I just. What about eggs? Eggs is okay? Dimple?
Can you hear me?
Is eggs okay?
I don't
I
recommend
can
it.
hear. I'm just. You keep losing. Okay.
The audio, right? Usually, eggs is something I don't recommend because 4 out of 7 women who come to us have PCOD or PCOS.
Right.
And eggs is hormones, estrogen.
Yeah.
And it's not suitable for women, at least in the
But
long run.
told that eggs is actually good for PCOD.
No, that's a misconception.
Really?
That's a misconception. Yes. For PCOD and PCOS, you must not touch any animal based products, not even dairy, not even yogurt, buttermilk, paneer, cheese, ghee, milk.
I
Because they're
think
all loaded with estrogen.
I'm aware no milk, but no eggs is news to me.
See, what is eggs? Eggs is the missed period of the hen. The hen missed its period and it delivered an egg. That egg is nothing but estrogen and testosterone.
Okay.
So you shouldn't be consuming hormones when you're having a hormonal imbalance.
Okay. Okay.
Smoothies,
So
I don't recommend. Eggs, I don't recommend. Instead, dalias is
because
better because dalias loaded with fiber. And
so you're saying that okay? I'm really struggling to hear you, Dimple.
let me see. This is better. I've just removed. Is this better? Can you guys hear me better?
Yeah, yes,
Much
I
better?
think so.
I'm literally standing outside the
Yeah,
house.
maybe. Okay, just stay where you are.
I'm like literally holding the phone like an antenna.
Yeah, like just stand like that and talk to us for the next 10 minutes. I'm actually going to wind down in 10 minutes, but I also.
Sure, go ahead.
But so anyway, coming back to, because we missed a lot of what you said, at least I did. You were saying that you can have hot meals, but you can't do eggs and you can't do milk products, especially women if you have PCOD because you're consuming estrogen. I'm just repeating what you said. But then you were
Yes.
talking about dalia. So what was your take on dalia? Because I didn't hear.
Dalia, I just said one sentence, so actually you didn't miss much. Dalia is one of the best breakfast options if you're already in India and you
Okay.
have access to it.
Okay.
Bajre ka dalia, jawar, makai, ragi, broken wheat, gehu. These are all loaded with fiber.
Okay.
And first thing you eat in the morning is fruits. After that, if you eat a breakfast that is loaded with fiber and good carbs, this is good carbs that doesn't make you put on weight. It makes you lose weight. You will have a flat stomach like nobody's business.
So,
okay,
but not dalia soaked in milk or anything. Not the kind of dalia that we have.
Yes, for some people. Those who are Vata Prakriti, ectomorph body type, who lose weight very easily, should have dalia soaked in milk. Those who are Pitta and Kapha can do without that excess fat. You don't need that fat from the milk, right? Milk is good fat. Have dalia and milk in water with little salt and ghee.
Acha.
That's better. Dalia with little salt, water, and ghee is enough.
Acha. For
So
a
dalia is very easy to cook, right? All
yeah.
you do is literally, I learned it during the lockdown from my aunt when I was living in the countryside. I was always struggling with breakfast options living in Bombay. So I was like, what do I eat for breakfast? It's always a challenge.
Yeah, I
Right?
agree.
Upma, poha, idli, dosa. I'm bored. What else?
Yeah.
I discovered dalia. It changed my life. There are 7 types of dalia she introduced me to. And I eat that breakfast only 4 times a month, each dalia. So I'm sorted. I don't have to repeat it for 7 days. You just take 2 teaspoons of any dalia you like, put 1 glass of water and boil it. That's all.
Okay.
And then add some salt and ghee and eat it warm. That is all. No
Ach-
cooking, no frying, nothing.
Acha.
Just cook it in water. It's like porridge, like oats. But it's better than oats because oats is something that was not native to India. Oats is more European,
So you don't
right?
night, you literally just boil it in water in the morning and that's it, and just add salt and ghee.
That's all. And if you have a pressure cooker, if you like cooking in a pressure cooker, just put the dalia and water into the pressure cooker, cook it in 3 minutes, your breakfast is ready.
Acha.
By
Yeah.
the time you get your plate, spoon, and katori out, your breakfast is all ready. And that's a better life, right? Eating something warm makes you happy.
Right, right. So, okay, got it. So now I'm going to ask the question that everyone would probably want to know. What about the coffee lovers? What happens to the coffee lovers? Please
I'll
don't
tell you who coffee is good for, who coffee is not good for.
give a way around it. Please
You
don't.
love coffee.
I love
See,
coffee.
I'll tell you what. Good news for you. Good news for you. You can drink coffee,
Oh God, thank
but not on an empty stomach. Always have it after breakfast. Because coffee has a drying effect on the colon and it might cause long-term constipation. So have coffee post breakfast, post lunch, post dinner. That's one. Never post dinner. Sorry, it's going to affect your sleep patterns. Vata Prakriti, however, forbidden from having coffee. Ectomorph body types should never have coffee. The bitterness of the coffee makes the body even more dry. Pitta can have it because coffee helps in purifying the blood. Kapha can have it because it helps him lose weight. It's diuretic in nature. It makes you run to the bathroom.
Right.
Right? It makes you lose water retention. Right? So Pitta and Kapha can have it. Ectomorph, stay away from coffee. I know you're addicted to coffee. If you're an ectomorph, it's a big no for them.
And then coffee also involves milk, right? So is milk okay or no? Or is it just black coffee then?
It's better to have with milk. I'll tell you why.
Acha.
Because coffee is very dry and bitter. Milk is sweet and thick and good fat. It actually balances and
Acha.
cancels the negative effect of coffee.
Okay. Good to know that. Good to know.
Finally, some good news for you.
I can eat in the morning. Actually, but I'm going to take this one quick question because a lot of people are asking it that in the dalia in the morning, can you add your veggies?
You don't need vegetables in the morning because dalia itself is loaded with fiber. Instead, what you can do is have vegetables for lunch. You can have a big bowl of steamed salads 1 hour before lunch. And even for dinner, I don't recommend vegetables and fruits. Have a simple cooked meal like a moong dal khichdi or a plain dal rice. You don't need vegetables in the breakfast.
Okay.
Because it's too much. It's too many things. Just have one item.
Acha. Got it. Okay, so now it's 4:45 and I'm thinking that if we've sort of covered breakfast, then we will do part 2 lunch and maybe dinner, skin and hair, and then maybe part 4 I don't know, we're just going to be doing a chat with you every Tuesday. But
That's great because Tuesday 7 I go live with Bai. Every Tuesday for the last 6 months I've been going live with her. So we can do Tuesday 4 o'clock with you for the next 3 Tuesdays and cover all the topics you have in mind.
Done. But I'm going to actually have to take a break, and I'm saying this to all our viewers who are tuned in today. I know you guys have tons of questions, and it's really my apologies that I'm not able to take your questions. I usually make sure that I take every question of all our listeners. Won't be able to do it today because I just feel there's so much that Dimple's talking about. And we'll leave the questions for another time. So please stay tuned in. Only thing is, next Tuesday, I'm already committed to doing a very interesting chat on travel with a friend of mine. So we're going to kind of skip next Tuesday, and then the next 3 Tuesdays, please block your calendar for us. Guys, please hold your horses, keep your questions, note your questions down. We will discuss each things in sections. I promise you I will not let this go. We did breakfast today. We're going to take your breakfast questions next time, and hopefully we'll cover lunch and dinner next time. So we can get the food. And then the third session, we'll do skin and hair, right?
Yes. And PCOD, PCOS.
Yeah, and then we do one more question, which will be a spillover for all our listeners. If there are questions you want to ask, and if there's anything that we've left out, we will cover it. I promise you. So, and weight
Sounds
loss.
good.
Weight loss, somebody's asking weight loss. So that's also a very important let's do a Thursday next week.
Yes.
Yeah, well, we can. We can do Thursday also.
Sounds good.
Are you free this Thursday?
Yeah, sure. This time, right? 4 o'clock?
Yeah.
I can do Thursday, 4 o'clock. 7 o'clock is when the other lives happen. So 4 is open.
Okay, so let's do this, guys. We're coming back on this Thursday at 4 o'clock. It's very kind of Dimple to give us her time. We will come back this Thursday on 4 o'clock and at least finish this part of the subject. Next Tuesday, we take a break. We're talking about travel. That is also very interesting. Please stay tuned in. And then maybe next Thursday, we'll do another chat on the balance, and then we'll go to weight loss and skincare and hair care or whatever. So, Dimple,
Yeah.
I will to myself for the next 3 weeks. Before you make any other commitment, you have to check with me.
Done. I'm blocking my time for you. And I must congratulate you for the amazing work you guys are doing.
Thank you so much.
Arts in Motion is one of my favorite places. We didn't even know each other when I was working out there.
I love you.
Like, I love that you've created a space for people to come and give their health a priority.
Thank you so much.
So,
That's very
congratulations on that and the online job that you're doing, creating so much awareness, taking out your time to educate others. Hats off to all those who put in time.
Thank you so much, Dimple. It's very kind of you. It's all your knowledge and the amount of time and effort you're putting in as well. It's because you've put in so much time to study this that you can simplify it and for us and put it in such a quick nutshell. And then all we need to do is just follow what you say. But I'm sure that there's tons and tons of research and study that goes behind all of this. And it's very kind of you.
Phenomenal.
I'm looking forward to hanging out with you. And we have to do our Soho dinner once you're back. And to all our
Very soon.
thank you very much for being on this chat. We are not going anywhere. We are coming back on Thursday, 4 o'clock with Dimple. And I will see you guys. I'm going to end this chat now. Thank you, darling. Bye.
Bye. Lots of love and light.
Thank you.